So, like I mentioned before, this is going to be a Romulan stream. Just like last time, of course. What I want to do this time is create a whole new character. Again, I am on technically Trevor's account because of the fact that, well, put simply, there's no room for new characters on my account. And what I want to do, since we'll be using Trevor's account for streaming these videos, is get at least one Delta Recruit in each of the 3 major factions of the Alpha and Beta quadrants. So this one is going to be a Romulan Republic character. And since Trevor doesn't have remans unlocked on his character, I guess that means I will be a Romulan. Now, last time I went with Tactical for the Klingon character. And, yeah, no, but I put in RR for Romulan Republic on the title. Sorry, just a brief side conversation with the co-owner of Tron Media. So I went with Tactical for the Klingon. I'm going to go with Science for the Romulans, and then my Federation Delta Recruit will be an Engineering Officer. Alrighty. Don't those graphics glitches look fantastic? Like, that is not what he looks like. But anyway. I'm not overly worried about that part, although he looks a lot like Tovin there. Maybe I will make a few changes. Because, like, literally, he looks like Tovin's twin brother there. So yeah, let's go with this one. Like I mentioned before, unless it's a character, a species that's known to be very short, for some reason I like to do this. I really don't know why. But unless it's like a Ferengi or, I can't believe I forgot the name of them. What's the name of that Federation species in the show? They're really great at arguing. They really don't get along with the Vulcans that well. And that's interesting. It just dropped on me again randomly while I was still in the middle of creating the character. Interesting. What? Unstable, it said. Why is the bitrate unstable?
I don't know.
Huh. I'm not sure if I want to continue with an unstable bitrate. Just one moment here, guys. I want to make sure that this isn't going to be constantly dropping, because there's not much point creating a character if when we go to put together the video from this, it all ends up just being a dozen or more pieces that are going to have to be stitched together.
I think it's good, but it's
yeah, it does seem to be taking a while. I'm wondering, should I stop the stream and restart? Because this is really not stable enough, in my opinion, in terms of everything. Guys, I'll be back on in a few minutes. I'm going to actually, I'm not even going to finish creating the character.
Oh, look.
Oh, it's excellent now. Oh, now it, okay, never mind then. So, like I was saying, this is going to be the Romulan Republic Delta Recruit on this account. And since Trevor doesn't like to play Star Trek Online for some reason,
what we
everyone
knew
gave him a big boo for that.
Is gone. Our home,
Here we go.
our lives, all that we were, dust,
I'll mute
blasted
this.
across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives within every ship we fly, upon every world we touch, in our hearts, in yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear, but you will overcome. You will survive and answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must, we will, for we are Romulan!
This is the point we have pinpointed in your timeline, sir. This is when you go back and give yourself this. You will know what to say. You've already heard yourself say it. Even if it is not exactly right, the time stream will work it out. Just make sure that you give yourself this. It is our best hope for the future of the galaxy. You will return to this exact point in time as soon as you have done what you need to do. The galaxy still needs you, Admiral. Ready?
And here we go.
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats, but battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
And here we are. Sorry about me saying that already once, but I actually forgot just how much exposition there is at the beginning of the journey of a Romulan character. So, here's Tovin. Actually, he looks less... whatever.
There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines.
The left stick controls
He's
your
really
player
worked up.
movement. The right stick controls your camera.
Kellids in the vines? That doesn't sound right.
Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
I'll look into it.
Interactable items have a glow around them. Walk up and press A to interact with a console.
Yeah, I know. You have 3 messages. Second and third messages have been flagged as redundant by the system. Play message 1 now.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this. When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous. Nobody appreciates me around here. No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone. Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more. John, look, just get over here and take care of the Kellids, all right? And maybe say thank you for all the work I do to keep these vineyards in shape. It's me again. Ignore the other message I sent. I lost my temper. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why you're not here yet. I really could use your help, though. These Kellids are chewing through everything, and they won't stop. And no one here is even trying to help. They just keep bouncing me to other people. First to Tovan, then to Navala, then to you. What's next? Should I ask one of the kids? Just please come here soon. Thanks.
Alright, tell Tolman you're going to help Averick.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, you should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
I'll see you later.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
I have to say, for a farming community, they have a lot of weapons just out ready for anyone to grab.
Your plasma beam pistol has been automatically equipped. You can practice on the nearby bottles. Press the right trigger to attack. Hold Y to holster and draw your weapon.
Yeah, after the red alert is gone. There we go.
To sprint, press and hold the left stick while moving.
You don't actually have to hold it, by the way, if you've never played this before. Just a quick click of it while you're moving forward. I don't know why I never do stop and talk to Darrell. Should sometime. There's Avrak.
Finally? I mean, which message? Never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local Kellid insects. Something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard.
I'll start repairing the pipes.
Excellent, excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kellid shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
I'll handle it. Oh, that's strange. There's normally a lot. Must be other people. A lot of other people playing right now.
Interactions can be interrupted by movement or combat.
Oh, I can. Huh. Wow. Ah, lots over here. Probably a lot of other players just realized they're running out of time to create a Delta Recruit. Normally all 4 sections are like that, with water spraying up from every direction you look.
Well, the flooding has stopped, but if those Kellids come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. And Avala might be able to help if she's not goofing off again. She knows all about Kellids. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
I'll find out what Novella knows.
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for you.
Right. I'll get going. Nice fellow. Too bad he's one of those people, like we all know at least one, who they think no one appreciates their work, but they're the ones who never notice how anyone else is working hard too. Whatever.
Just in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening. The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
I'll see what I can find.
Enemies have a chance to drop items. An item is dropped for you. Move near the item and it will be automatically added to your inventory.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. This is so strange.
Something might be happening in the cavern. I'll check it out.
You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
I'll be careful. Yeah, I'll probably get more experience if I kill a couple of them along the way. Or maybe not. Whatever. Still fun.
Flanking damage detected.
Oh. Huh. Huh. That one seems to be acting normally. large gash across its abdomen. What the? Now what are those? Dangerous, but they don't take much to kill them, do they? Flying thing, on the other hand. Alrighty.
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kellids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. DeVex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
Alrighty, let's go talk to DeVex. That was weird.
What do you need with an old space hound like me?
Show DeVex the strange samples you found.
I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon Belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
May I use your equipment to scan the biological samples?
Sure, use whatever you want. I remember what we found back on the outpost. Bring the samples to me when you're done, and I can help you determine the results.
Thanks, I'll let you know what I find.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace. We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again.
You thought it was related to this beacon?
That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi. We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns.
What do we do now? Tell the Maori what we found?
That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm. So far, everything, of course, is pretty much the same as anyone who's played as a Romulan character has already seen.
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration.
That's fine, but we have bigger problem. We have a bigger problem.
That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks.
It was my honor.
I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
I'll do that. Thank you, Maori.
Hold A to bring up your Captain
Maori
Command's menu
Milan.
and contact Tovan Kev.
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done.
I'll meet you there.
Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is someone named Atan is trying to fight them, but me, I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
Believe this is where things change. Yep. Speak to future you. And this is where the Delta Recruit starts to have a different experience. And so this is how it begins. I know this is going to be hard to believe, Jolmac, but I am you. I've traveled back in time to visit you because what happens here on this night will change your life forever. Nice try, Tovan. Did you find a hollow emitter or something? I'm not Tovan, but I remember having the same suspicion when I was in your shoes. I can prove it. I can prove I'm you. Think of a secret. Something only you know, no matter how insignificant you think it might be. I'll tell you what you're thinking of, because it's the same thing I thought of when this happened to me. When I did this on my own account, I went with this option. I'm going to say I really hate the taste of Romulan ale. We really hate the taste of Romulan ale. It's like acid with fruit flavoring. And yet, even in my time, we still occasionally drink it in the company of good friends. It's a show of manners and respect for our heritage. I'm still skeptical. As was I, but soon after today you will meet with someone from the Temporal Defense Department. Talk to them. They will have more information than I can give you. I'm going to do just that. For now, what is it you want to tell me? Let's get down to business, then. There is a war coming. An ancient race known as the Iconians once ruled huge areas of space, including this one. They had the power of gods, technology far beyond what anyone else had. It took all of the Iconians' enemies rising up against them as one to defeat them. We thought they were extinct. Now we know we were wrong. And they've returned to take back everything that was once theirs. That's where you come in. Why me? What makes me special? You are a hero to the Romulan people, and your deeds are legend. But more importantly, you have an opportunity to gather intelligence on the Iconians, their capabilities, and their possible plans. Throughout your career, we, will benefit from the knowledge I'll give you today. When the war with the Iconians comes, the galaxy will have a fighting chance thanks to what you've learned. That's why I've come back, so I will know what to do. Okay? Tell me everything I need to know. I can't just drop everything on you at once. That could cause a paradox. You'll still need to locate this information yourself. I'll help guide you. Guide me? How? Take this. It's a Tesseract communication device. It allows one-way communication from the future to you. There will be updates through that device as you progress through your career. Check it often. I think I've taken up as much of your time as I can. You must not be late to tonight's festivities. Thank you.
You are now a Delta Recruit. You have a unique trait that gives bonus dilithium ore to you and your teammates.
Cool. Interesting is, later I tell the Delta Recruit that this conversation occurred in my quarters. These are, well, this is an interesting place to live. No bed, no place to eat, but lots of storage and a mini armory. Seems we have a very interesting life before the next set of events.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellid nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled. We have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
What's happening?
We're under attack. I don't know who or why, but people are being rounded up and we have to do something. I'll help Vex get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Vorian to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
Alrighty. Let's get out of...
Come in! Are you alright? What's happening over there? Did you find Vorian?
It's too late. He's gone.
Press
Where are
A
you?
to contact
I'm
Turbine
at the shipyard
to
with
continue
Vex,
this
and we're
mission.
prepping the shuttles for evacuation. I don't know what's going on here, but we need to get people out while we can. If you can get a rifle, you can fight your way out. Can you make it?
I'll make it. Just get the shuttles ready.
It's the Tal Shiar. We need to call for help. I don't know who'll answer, but we have to do something. I tried to send a distress signal, but they damaged our transceiver array. We still have a chance, though. You need to deal with some of the Tal Shiar, and then get a replacement battery.
I'm on it.
Press Y to switch between your two equipped weapons.
They just keep coming! Get a battery from the marketplace. We need to send out a distress signal. Be careful in the market. It's completely overrun. This is Cap. You have the batteries. You just need to repair the device and send the signal.
Yep.
Get to the shipyard. We're getting out of here. The shuttle is ready, and I got as many people aboard as will fit. We have to go.
Congratulations, citizen.
Shuttle 5. We're taking everything. Shuttle 10 coming in. We're jamming their sensors. When they get us, they'll think you were caught in the explosion.
They're not attacking. Devex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there.
Alrighty.
Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. We'll need both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
I'll scan the old ships around here for what we need.
Press up to increase your ship speed. Press down to decrease your ship speed.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage.
Use the left stick to pitch downward or upward, as well as to turn left or right.
Weapons are online. Let's test them out on some of these derelict ships nearby. They're not shielded, so we can just use our torpedoes to finish them off.
Will do.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it. Warning, ship is under attack. Use your torpedo to attack enemies who are not
Scrap
shielded.
neutronium. We could use that to reinforce the hull of this old warbird.
An item has dropped for you. Move towards the item to automatically loot it.
Yeah, I'm on the way to do just that. Anyone else find it
3 more of these should get this hull good to go.
Oh. Keeps lagging, huh? I don't know how long that was put there, but I'm assuming that must be Trevor that put that there.
Warning, ship
Good
is
shot.
under attack.
Is it still doing it? Assuming you're still watching.
DeVex would be happy to see this old warbird get some use.
Anyway, anyone else find it annoying that until they actually tell you how to do it, they won't let you go to full impulse?
Warning, ship is
I
under
think it's
attack.
safe to say weapons are fully online. Time to take out the tall Shi'ar satellites dead ahead.
Use your plasma beam to weaken shielded targets.
This one is closest. Whatever.
Warning, ship is under attack. Use your torpedoes on an enemy when their shield is down. You must be out of combat to hail Tovan Kev. The red alert message at the top of your screen will appear if you are in combat.
Great. All systems are go and full impulse is back on. The distress signal is close. Searching. There! We have to help them!
Huh,
Hold
finally.
up on the D-pad to activate and deactivate full impulse.
You mean like I just did?
Turn off full impulse. There's a tall Shi'ar drone dead ahead.
Warning, ship is under attack.
I'm back on the bridge, and I figured out how I can improve our torpedoes. Just give me the order, and I'll get started. Scanners are picking up more colonists and tall Shi'ar nearby. We have to rescue our friends.
Good to have you on the bridge, Kev.
Press B to activate high-yield torpedo. Warning, ship is under attack. High-yield torpedo will increase the power of your next torpedo attack. Target shield has failed.
Thank the elements. We thought we were done for.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I think it's safe to say we're a fully operational ship. I'm getting an alert. There's another distress signal coming in from one of the colony's shuttles. We can do a short-range warp jump to get to them. Do you want to go now, or stay here to wipe out any other incoming drones? They look like they'll be coming in to do sweeps in the area.
Warp us to the next area.
There aren't any colonists here. Just this strange ship. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's gigantic. Engineering reports that the ship has scanned us, but they're not responding to my hails. What should we do?
We'll scan them. We need to know who or what they are.
Warning, ship is under attack.
They've done something to the ship. Nothing is responding. I can't even warp us out of here. I think I might be able to get a comm channel up to hail them. What do you want me to do?
Open a channel and ask them what they want with our ship.
We're getting a reply. They seem to be rearranging our words and sending them back. Listen.
Oven?
I'm picking up another ship. This one is Tal Shiar. It's decloaking.
Get ready for a fight.
So the Alachi were right. A handful of pitiful Romulan refugees managed to escape. When will you colonists learn that no matter how far you run, you cannot escape your obligations? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colonel Hakiv of the Tal Shiar. On behalf of the Romulan Star Empire, I hereby lay claim to this colony and all of its inhabitants. Surrender now, and I will ensure that you serve us in the way you are most suited.
Never. We will fight you to with our last breath.
Fire weapons at will!
This is Tamara of the Romulan Republic. Tal Shiar vessel. Stand down immediately.
Tamara! How fortunate! I can destroy both of you!
Can you now?
Target shields have failed. Four shields failing.
Oh, there's two of them. I never noticed that before.
So the insect has managed to sting me! You think you won? This is not the end! Even now, more of my ships are on their way! And the next time, you won't have anyone to protect you!
Don't cross my path again, Hakiv.
I am Tamer, commander of the Romulan Republic. We picked up your distress signal while on a mission in a nearby system. I would say we arrived just in time given your ship's condition. Who are you? And what happened here?
And what happened at the colony?
I am truly sorry. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this, and I fear it will not be the last. And these Ilachi creatures, they are troubling. We need to know more about them and why they're working with a snake like Hakiv. As I said, I'm with the Romulan Republic. You may have heard of us. We are not the terrorists the Tal Shiar make us out to be. With our leader, Datan, we are working to gather survivors of the destruction and fight the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We have a flotilla nearby. If you're interested, we would welcome you and your friends to join us there.
I will help you.
I appreciate your willingness to do what's right. I'm transmitting the coordinates of our flotilla to your ship now. When you arrive, we can repair your vessel and work out our next move. Thank you again. I'll make sure you won't regret your decision.
I hope this works out, Tamer, for all our sakes.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess siding with Tamer is better than risking death on our own. And he did help us out with the Tal Shiar. The coordinates are loaded up whenever you're ready to go. I think the colonists we rescued are eager to get someplace safe.
Warp us to the flotilla. Bye, Viranet.
Greetings. I am Sub-Commander Nadell, assistant to Commander Tamer. Please follow me to the commander's quarters. There is much to discuss. Commander, our guests have arrived.
Excellent. I'll get them up to speed. There is much to do.
I'll be glad to show one of you around while the other stays and talks with Tamer.
I'll take the tour, and then meet you back on the ship when you're ready.
Alright, let's have a chat.
Greetings. I hope all is going well with you.
I'm here to join the fleet.
Good to see you and Tovankev made it to the flotilla of the new Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Datan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy instead of Sela's tyrannical rule. There is much to do, however. I can answer any questions you may have.
What did Datan do to form the Republic?
Ha! What hasn't Datan done? He has quite the long history. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans. Before that can happen, though, Datan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulan, and after all that's happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage. We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not as refugees looking for charity. Did you want to know anything else?
Datan wants to unify young Romulans and Vulcans?
That's right. He dreams of a day when our two people are united. Well, three, counting the Remans. Datan was inspired by Ambassador Spock, who first began the movement. When he was a child, Spock was working on Romulus with the reunificationists, and he was Datan's teacher. The Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people had to keep their movement hidden, working with allies and meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Datan, but he won't stop until he sees the Vulcans, the Romulans, and the Remans reunited and at peace. Is there anything else?
What is your role around here?
I am the commander of this fleet. No actions happen without my approval. Before this, I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the thought of working alongside of them. Datan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize a defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence. Is there anything else?
No, I'm ready for what's next.
What's next is that you receive our uniform and get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. However, you must understand that by joining us, you mark yourself as an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Hakiv and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that?
I'm in.
Good. You should get yourself down to Lieutenant Delatham. You can get a uniform from him if you want to change out of those civilian clothes. You can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of your ship if you want. When you're done, return to your ship. I should have your first assignment ready and sent to your ship by then.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Killing it. Everyone has heard about the RRW Vitalis and what happened to your colony. Sorry you had to go through that, but that's what we are trying to stop. Someday settlements like Viranet will be safe. I'm a tailor, which means that I can alter your appearance and outfit or those of your bridge officers. You can find other tailors in social areas. You've been authorized to receive this service. You could put on a new uniform now if you want. Ready to try a new look? Sure, I'll give it a try. And very quickly. And if I remember correctly, Command in the Romulan Republic wears green. I'm just going to stop at that for now. I usually customize them a lot more than that, but I just want to get on with the stream for the entertainment of the viewers. I will mention, however, this guy. And he has options that are only available for Tov and Kev. Oh, no, it's under loose jackets. Jacket, Tovan. This attached left is armor Tovan. I'm gonna get rid of this, because why not? So what I do with this guy literally is pretty much what you've probably realized by now, is I pretty much get rid of everything that's not specific to him, and put on, of course, everything that is specific to him. And there he is. Even the boots are only available for him. All right. Welcome to the flotilla. I am a ship tailor. I can help you change the interior and exterior appearance of your ship. There are other ship tailors in social areas who can do the same thing for you at any time in the future. While the Republic doesn't have a better starship for you yet, I can help you change the look of the RRW Vadalus at this time. A bit of paint might give the old warbird a whole new look. Sure, I'll give it a try. We'll customize. Now, there's not a lot available in this area. Other ships will have different configurations, but well, I'm not getting something I need. This one I need Zen points for. Age, no. Type 1, Type 2. Let's try that. That looks good. Nah, don't need that. Oh, there's no options here for the interior, but other vessels will also have different interior options as well. And done. Now, we are supposed to go over and talk to Datan, but this is a Delta Recruit. We have a stop to make along the way. Although it is extremely close. Literally in the same big room. Here he is. Temporal Defense.
Jolan True, is there something Romulan Temporal Defense can help you with today?
I had an encounter.
A temporal encounter, I take it?
I met an individual in my room on Virinat. Like I said, weird room. I said quarters earlier, but weird room. No bed, bunch of storage containers, but whatever. They claimed to be me from the future. They wore the uniform of an admiral and told me to visit you if I had any doubts about their story.
I can do a scan for chronoton radiation. That will tell us everything we need to know.
Seems like the best course of action.
I am picking up some light chronoton radiation on you. You were exposed to someone from the future, it seems. But not too far. By these readings, I'd say a maximum of 18 months from the day you encountered them.
18 months? But they were an admiral.
It's not out of the question. The Romulan Republic is in need of flag officers, and I can see capable leaders being promoted through the ranks quickly.
They gave me this device.
This looks to be a Tesseract-based receiver. Where did you get it?
I literally just said they gave it to me. My future self gave it to me.
I see. I've heard of these. Old rumors talk about a Starfleet captain having one. Admiral Archer, I think, when he was captain of the Enterprise. These are used to send back information, and in some cases physical objects, from the future. I believe if you were to do specific tasks that benefit the future, items useful to you could be sent back in time for you to use.
I see. And we're done here.
Hello again. Now that you're settling in, I wanted to
Again?
speak with you about what our overall goals will be. First and foremost, we are looking for a new planet to call home. Tamer and his crew are handling that search. While the search continues, I am working on any possible alliances that we can make with the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We will need allies if we are to proceed. Your task will be the protection and recovery of other Romulans spread throughout this sector.
Are there many other colonies?
We're finding more by the day. Some have already joined us, but others do not believe in our cause. It will be up to you and your crew to protect these colonies from the Tal Shiar and to recruit anyone willing to assist us. Do you have any questions? If not, I would suggest you return to your ship. Tamer will have his orders ready for you.
Has Tamer found any suitable planets?
Not yet. He and his crew have been assisting Romulan colonies throughout the region, and he has not been able to focus his efforts on the search. With you here, however, Tamer's mission to find a new homeworld can begin. He will be sending scout ships to analyze nearby planets. We'd prefer to find a suitable world in this sector, but we'll expand our search if we need to do so.
Will an alliance with the Federation and Klingons work?
I do not know. Our history of deception with both groups definitely does not help. The Tal Shiar, however, will not attack the fleet for now. Sela would see such a direct action as too great a risk. She much prefers to work in the shadows. Let me worry about our potential allies. While you're away, I will be working with diplomats from both sides to come to an agreement we can all live with.
I'll return to my ship.
Sounds like we've got our orders. If you're ready, I can beam you back to the ship. However, before that, I need to ask a favor. I have a sister. Her name is Rena Kev. She and I were separated a long time ago. I want to try to find her. As we're doing our missions, could you try to ask about Rena? Thanks.
I'll do what I can. Beam me back to the ship.
Most missions can be turned in remotely. Hold A to bring up your Captain Commands menu and select Turn In to report to the contact and turn in the mission.
All set to go, I trust? Good. There is a lot to do. Your first target is already under attack by the Tal Shiar. There's no time to lose.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Greetings. I have new orders. If we're going to have a chance at breaking away from Sela and the Tal Shiar, we need allies. There are a lot of little settlements like yours out there. We're in contact with some of them, but we're always reaching out to try to make new alliances. I've heard that a group of Romulans has taken up residence in a Suliban helix in the Beta Quadrant. I'd like you to visit them. Feel them out, help them if you can. But most of all, find out if they would be willing to join Detan in his search for a new homeworld.
Of course.
Greetings.
Click
I have
to order
new
your
orders
crew
for
to plot
you.
a course to your next mission.
First,
Select the item in the list you wish.
202 versus 186. I don't think I'll be putting that in just yet.
You can.
Nope. Inventory. We just replaced that. And this we can't. These we can't. Don't want to use yet. But this, I don't want clogging up my inventory.
Reaching each milestone will unlock additional bonuses or bridge officer training manual recipes. Powerful abilities can be earned by
Shield
completing
capacity
an
or
entire space.
restoration. Oh, right, they're not all there yet until later. And I believe we are now ready to go. Wrong button. So while we're en route, control effects. Shields offline. And whenever affected by weapons offline. And this one literally whenever possible. These, by the way, the yellow and blue, or Y and X, options will open up there when I get a... excuse me. When I get an engineering officer and a science officer. I'll be very happy when I get transwarp capability. This takes forever. Suliban Helix system. And the Suliban Helix itself. Begin the helix.
We've arrived at the helix, but we're in a structure. They haven't raised shields yet, but their weapons are online. Wait, they're hailing us. Your orders?
To the person in command, be advised. You are in violation of Tal Shiar Security Order 63-R. Your vessel is operating in this area without authorization. Identify yourself immediately, or your actions will be considered hostile. You
What
don't
authority
want
could you...
that kind of trouble.
What authority could you possibly have out here?
The Tal Shiar has the authority to track down terrorists that threaten the Romulan Star Empire, no matter where they try to hide. And don't bother with deception. Our records indicate a warbird with your ship's designation was decommissioned years ago. We've already identified you. Stealing military property is a serious crime. Care to explain, Commander?
Close channel and raise shields.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Oh well.
4 shields failing.
Wait.
Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
You get a bonus if you attack right after coming out of cloak.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Massive increase to damage for about 5 seconds. Bye-bye, Tal Shiar. The Suliban famously have many secret information resources. Maybe they have some files on the Iconians. Indeed.
We plead for mercy.
Contact them.
There are only civilians on the Helix. We don't have much more than we can scavenge from the cell ships. As we told the other Tal Shiar, there are no terrorists here. The Cabal are long gone. Take whatever scrap you need, but please stop taking our people.
Tell me more about the Helix.
The Helix originally had hundreds of connected cell ships that could support up to 3,000 people. It and other similar stations were constructed after the destruction of our homeworld. This Helix was abandoned decades ago for unknown reasons. My people are nomadic, and so we've returned to salvage what we can. So far, we've survived by trading scrap from the station for supplies. We plead for mercy. There
This
are
is just a
only
repeat of
civilians on
earlier.
the Helix.
We're not here to
we
rob
don't
you.
have much more than why are you here? We don't have much to trade, and we don't want any trouble.
We're looking for Romulan refugees.
There are a few Romulan refugees hiding within the Helix. They said they needed temporary shelter and would be leaving soon. We meant no harm. How were we to know they are wanted terrorists? Please just take them with you and go.
We're not with the Tal Shiar.
Your actions speak for your true goals. If you help us by repairing the Helix arm structures, then we'll help you get the refugees to your ship. But hurry. We're in jeopardy every moment you remain here.
On our way. First, however, there's a time-worn coil. Or cell, rather. I don't know why I said coil. Time-worn cell. Scan Helix for Iconian information.
The Suliban have a great deal of information provided to them during the temporal Cold War, but not much on the Iconians. By the 28th century, the Iconians have mostly disappeared from history. I wonder where they went.
Good question.
More Tal Shiar have entered the system. Please help us.
Romulan battle cloaking devices can be used in combat, but your weapon systems and shields are disabled while it is active. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
For the Empire!
I see Lot ahead of me. Let's go grab it, shall we? There we are. And now to deal with you. Aren't the Singularity Core abilities fun?
One more to go. As soon as Delta is connected, we can negotiate a transfer. More Tal Shiar ships are entering the area.
Attacking enemies will build your singularity level. The higher your singularity level, the more damage it will deal. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
You'll die for your crimes, rebel.
Target's shields have failed.
Now that the arms are restored, we've located the refugees. They are being moved to a centralized location so you can get a transporter lock. We've explained the situation to them, but a representative for the group is asking to speak with you.
On screen.
Kyan informs me that we're being transported to your vessel. We realize that we can't stay on the Helix, but we have no intention of being forced into servitude. The Tal Shiar already destroyed our home. All we want is for you to leave us on an uninhabited world, or someplace we can hide and try to rebuild our lives.
You'll be safe with Datan. You have my word.
We've heard of Datan. We've also heard rumors that he's plotting a revolt against the Tal Shiar. Going to him sounds more dangerous than staying here.
Would you rather stay and be captured?
I know I'm out of options. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't know why the Tal Shiar are abducting our families, but we can't afford to lose anyone else. How about I make you a deal? You personally guarantee that my friends will be safe at Datan's fleet, and I'll work for you. I've served as a science officer on multiple civilian vessels. I can help you. I can't run anymore. If I need to fight the Tal Shiar to keep my friends safe, that's what I'll do.
Is there a woman named Rina Kev in your group?
Rina Kev? No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you. Prepare to beam aboard.
All the refugees are aboard, but there's more trouble. A Tal Shiar battleship, the IRW Koval, has entered the system. They're hailing us, and they're asking for you by name. Remember, they're not here to be friends.
Put them on screen.
You are ordered to stand down. You are wanted for questioning by the Tal Shiar. Lower your shields and surrender your vessel and crew, or prepare to face the consequences.
Never. The Tal Shiar are corrupt.
Your actions speak for themselves. You'll answer for the destruction you've caused today. Remember, you were given a chance to surrender.
Close the channel, power to shields.
I recommend using our cloaking device to get close enough for a sneak attack.
Yep. Not just close enough, I want to get behind them. Their most powerful weapons are in the front.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
You think that massive ship is going to outmaneuver this one?
Up your Captain Commands menu and select Return to Sector Space to leave orbit.
Thank you for taking the refugees. Tell them we're sorry. We simply have no way to protect them. Hopefully they'll find refuge with your fleet. Our best hope now is to cooperate with the Tal Shiar and tell them that you have taken the refugees.
Do what you have to do.
We can't offer much, but I'll tell other Suliban that Datan's fleet is standing up to the Tal Shiar. I'm also sending you the contact for a friendly local trader in case you need salvage or have goods to sell. But please, keep our involvement discreet. And please go. Leave now before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Thank you, Kyan.
Kyan closed the channel. He's right. They'll be lucky if the Tal Shiar let them live. We should leave and report back to Tamer. Some of the refugees we brought aboard may have starship experience. If we're expecting more trouble, we'll need some help on the bridge.
Mm-hmm. We will indeed.
Give the refugees a good home here. They'll be safe, and we'll do all we can to help them. This is just the start. We won't stop until we're on a new world, one of our own. Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu.
Yeah, I know.
Press the left trigger to
I
show
wish they
all your
actually
powers.
let you use this,
Use
but
the left stick to
him being in the
navigate this radio
background
menu.
stops it from working.
Press the left stick to set your quick power and update the default
Many
captain
Remans
power
settled
to
on
use.
Craterus after
Press
the
the
fallout
right
from
trigger to
Shinzon's
activate a
rebellion.
power
While they were
directly
safe
this
from the
radio
destruction
menu.
of Romulus and Remus, Craterus is a bleak world, with little in the way of habitable land. There are ample mineral deposits, which the Remans mine and sell for food and other necessities, but their lives there are harsh and unforgiving. Anyone who could survive on Craterus for as long as the Remans have, has strength. We could use that strength in our search for a homeworld, and I know the Remans have no love for the Tal Shiar. Go to Craterus, talk to the Remans, show them we are sincere and that we need their support. Greetings.
Of course.
I have new orders for you.
In the meantime, while we're on the way there, doing that with the away team doesn't make much difference now, but later on when you actually have more than 4 bridge officers in your crew, it will actually make it a lot quicker to have your preferred away team members listed there. Still no transwarp ability. I think that unlocks at level 10, if I'm not mistaken. Crossroads at Craterus. Oh, we've lost a viewer. Although after nearly an hour and a half, I suppose we've probably lost and gained a few viewers in between. I can't imagine there's a lot of people who have been sitting there for this entire time watching. Here we are.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Craterus, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Hail them, Kev. Open a channel to the Decimus.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
Power to weapons.
Press the right trigger to fire energy weapons. Press the right bumper to fire torpedoes.
Shields have failed.
Lead the way. We'll follow your attack vector and provide support fire.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Decimus is nearby and it needs our help. They're losing structural integrity.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold.
They plan to destroy your colony.
How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Virinat without warning. If we don't get your people off Craterus immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Tovin is telling the truth.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface. Find Zden. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan.
We'll find Zden.
Zden is to the northwest, near a force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
Acknowledged.
What are those things? They don't look Romulan to me.
They're not.
The alloys used in this device are normally only in the Delta Quadrant. We know the Iconians have gateways that allow them to travel anywhere they wish. It would be reasonable to assume they have had influence in the Delta Quadrant as well.
I didn't even notice them until I was on top of them. I was too busy reading the statement over in the chat menu. Probably shouldn't do that while I'm wandering through a battlefield. What the? Okay.
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here? What do you want?
Commander Kai sent us to help you.
Commander Kai, good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Right behind you.
Follow me.
Now, tell us what's happened.
We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack, but why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Craterus? What are they after?
It's an invasion. They're taking Craterus.
There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Craterus. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
They didn't give a reason when they destroyed our colony on Viranet.
So the rumors are true. I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us.
They seem more interested in abducting people.
It doesn't make any sense. We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They can't do this without anyone noticing.
Worry about that later. We need to evacuate now.
Evacuate? We must inform the Council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obisek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
The Tal Shiar knocked out communications.
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Is there any other way to warn the rest of the colony?
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously, something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the Council should make that determination.
Start contacting everyone you can. We'll check on the transmitter.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
We appreciate the help.
Daryl, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the Council.
Either way, we need to go.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
And then go to the transmitter. Let's go. think that will do. There they are. Now, every time I play through here, if I go anywhere near that next enemy, that shuttle ends up destroyed. So I'm going to bypass it. Don't know if it'll actually make any difference, but let's find out.
Islamic! You're alive!
The controls have been damaged beyond repair.
Varel, you found me before those things did. I tried to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends.
Can we bypass the transmitter controls?
Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
Yes, I heard you.
Islamic, you're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Zed's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home.
We could also try my tricorder.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
We need to do something.
Islamic! Try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
We'll cover you.
Where are those things coming from?
I wish I knew.
I told you it probably wouldn't work.
Let me try to contact Kai. That's not a good sign.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Agreed. Everyone follow me.
We gotta get out of here now!
There's that ship. Same ship that showed up during the fireworks.
We don't know. It attacked our colony on Virinat.
That shield.
Now they're attacking here. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter? I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slamek.
We need to evacuate immediately.
I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safety.
We can beam everyone here up to our ship.
Understood. Please take Veril with you. I'll take Slamak with me to help scan for survivors.
We'll rendezvous in orbit.
Father, I should go with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship. Slamak can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Beam up Veril and the colonists. And I need to escort them to the shuttle. Oh.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
Done.
Where there is life, there is hope.
And down there, we can use your help back up here. More Tal Shiar ships are entering the system by the minute, and I don't think the Decimus can hold them off for long. Beam out.
The Decimus has engaged the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Zeden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
Open
We're
a channel.
in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe?
She's aboard. She'll be safe.
I'm making myself useful. The singularity core on this ship is practically an antique. I'm keeping an eye on the power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shields.
Don't worry, my child. It was the first thing Slamak did. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, you can transfer back to the shuttle.
Set course for the beacon.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Oh, did I accidentally cloak?
Target's shields have failed.
Oh.
Target's shields have failed.
That warbird didn't drop any loot for me. How rude.
Only a few enemy warbirds remain. Protect the shuttles.
Four shields failing.
Oops.
We've broken the blockade. All ships fall into formation.
Target's shields have failed.
Now, what is that? I see lots of shuttles and a mysterious ship.
We're reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments?
No, but we've seen similar ships before.
They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variations. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapons lock.
Fire the burst on my mark.
Sending proton burst.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
This is the den. Help! We're being boarded!
Try to stay behind the enemy ship. It has a deadly frontal assault weapon.
It's not exactly easy when it keeps jumping around.
All ships, focus fire on the same shield facing.
Target's shields have failed.
75%.
Zidane? Islamic?
I've scanned the shuttles, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my...
How? Did we miss something?
Logs show that a cruiser warped in during the fight with the battleship, stayed at long range, and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
I'm sorry, Veril.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Tovin, do we have any data on their heading?
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
On screen.
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses.
Join Titan's fleet. We're stronger together.
We appreciate the offer, but that isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obisek and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
Good luck, Commander.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here.
Welcome aboard.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
Leave the system. Well, that was unfortunate.
We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if this Obisek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Shawn true. Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Gasco Blues.
There is a space station in the Gasco system that we think would be a fine addition to our group. If they agree to join us, we will have an additional base for our militia ships, as well as a supply depot that could make a big difference when we begin construction of a colony. I know there is a group of refugees there. Some of them have been there for years, but they've also had a wave of new residents, including a new commander. I'd like you to go to Gasco and feel out the situation. If you think they'd be a good match for us, you are authorized to extend them an offer. Greetings. I have new orders for you.
Ooh. Oh, that's a cannon, not a... Never mind. I thought it was a turret. Oh well. This one might be though. Yep, that's more powerful. Faster impulse engine. Photon projectile weapon damage. Although that's plasma. And so is the other one. Oh well. If I get photons, I'll be ready. If not, I'll replace it. Oh, that's the same ones I already had. Wrong one. There we go. Probably get rid of the excess. Cannons, and that's the one I just replaced. That I can't use yet. While I'm on the way over, and just like with my Klingon Defense Force character, I will just grab some fleet marks for now, for when I do eventually join the fleet that I plan to join. Speaking of which, I need to write down the names of these characters at some point so I can go to my own account and send those invites. Yeah, 50% or less. Just whenever possible, I suppose. Don't know why it always stops on the opposite side of the star. I really think they need to fix their auto nav options. Oh well. We're around the 2-hour mark already. Bit past the 2-hour mark. Think I'll wrap this up right around the 3-hour mark, actually. Depending on what I'm in the middle of when that time comes, or if I'm in the middle of anything.
We've entered the Gasco system. According to our intelligence data, the Empire built this station in the late 23rd century, but abandoned it later when the region was no longer strategically important. Word is some refugees are living in the station now. You know the drill, right? Go to the station, preach the good news, get them on our side. Easy.
Of course. Better have that one queued up and ready for when I leave.
Getting docking codes now. They've opened a channel.
That's not his voice. Put them through.
You are cleared for docking.
And ready.
Welcome to Gasco Station. Our commander has assigned Tobal to escort you while you're here. Please speak to him when you're ready to leave the transporter room.
Understood.
Good to have you here. We heard about you from the people who lived at the old Suliban Helix. The station commander has requested that I escort you to his office. Are you ready to go?
Actually, I'd like to talk to some colonists first.
I don't see anything wrong with that. But you should know, however, that the colonists here are happy with the way things are. You'll have a hard time trying to convince them of your cause. But you're welcome to try.
Is there a woman named Rina Kev on this station?
Rina Kev? No, there's no one by that name on this station.
Thank you. I'll talk to the colonists now. I'm done fighting. I just want to live a regular life. Good luck with that. Fight the Tal Shiar? No thanks. I'd like to keep my head attached to my shoulders.
You can't fight the Tal Shiar. That's crazy talk.
You're with the Ton? Look, I don't want any trouble. I can't talk to you.
Interesting.
Are you crazy? The Tal Shiar would wipe us out in an instant if we fought them.
Why fight the Tal Shiar? Just stay out of their way and you'll be fine.
Like Veronat was?
The Ton? I've heard about him on the news. If you ask me, he sounds like trouble.
And the CMO.
Look, I'm a doctor. I'm not interested in this war.
The colonists here aren't eager to fight the Tal
people
Shiar.
in sickbay.
Why would they be? You might have better luck talking with the commander of this station, though. He has more backbone than most of the people around here. We'll go through engineering. That's the quickest way to the administration area.
Very well. Normal, no phones full, power readings look normal. Interesting. And there seems to be someone here waiting to chat with us.
You're going down to the administration level, right? I think my brother's being held down there. His name is Hiven. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He talked back to one of the new guards yesterday, then he was thrown in the prison. You have to help him, please.
Tobal, is this true?
His brother was making insane accusations and causing trouble. He kept saying that one of the guards was with the Tal Shiar. That guard's entire family was killed by the Tal Shiar. He didn't appreciate it, and a fight broke out. Now, both the guard and this man's brother are in the brig. If you'd like, you can visit them after you're done talking to the commander.
Sounds good. Let's keep moving.
The commander's office is just ahead.
Welcome. It's good to meet you.
I've heard so much about Titan's fleet and their fight against the Tal Shiar. I know you're here to offer us a chance to help, but perhaps there's a counter-offer you'd be willing to hear.
A counter-offer?
So good to see you again, my friend. It's time for us to talk. Surprised? You've been one step ahead of the Tal Shiar, but now your time has run out. Gasco Station belongs to us. Soon the Helix will be ours as well. Your little rebellion is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed your tour of the station. You and your friends are going to be here for a very long time.
We'll see about that, Hakeev.
Don't resist. Make this time in our brig. But if you do as you're told, you could be released. Maybe even work with the Tal Shiar. There's no reason for there to be any more violence today. The Tal Shiar just want to help us. If you choose to defy us, I will be forced to order my men to fire.
No, Adar, come with me. The Tal Shiar are wrong.
As much as I would like to believe you, what hope does Titan have? You and your group have no government, no real laws, no place to live. The Tal Shiar can give me and my people all of that and more. I'll ask you one last time. Stand down, and no one will get hurt.
I can't do that, Adar. I won't stop fighting.
We should free any prisoners, and then get out of here.
What is this? Download data on Iconians.
There are multiple references to the Iconians in these Tal Shiar files. Hakeev, in particular, seems to have a great interest in them. There are also references to Taris, who was praetor before Sela came to power. Taris has been missing since the overthrow, but she is not in some Tal Shiar prison. They are still looking for her.
Interesting. Right. Disable the force fields.
Warning. Intruders present in Gasco Station. All personnel, please seek shelter.
You're with Titan's group. I heard about you. My name is Heaven. I'm the only one left who will stand up for what's right. And look where it got me. The Tal Shiar took over the station a few days ago. I think it was right after you guys helped those people in the old Suliban Helix. A few of us resisted and got thrown in prison. I'm the only one left alive. You have to get me and my brother out of here.
Don't worry. RRW Vadalus, we have one to beam up.
We've got a problem. Someone in the station activated a magnetic shield. It's blocking all of our attempts to use the ship's transporters. We had civilians who were trying to get to the ship, but now they're stuck too. We need to get to that transporter room, shut down the shield, and save any civilians that need our help.
Grab a weapon, Heaven.
If we
You're
want
with
some more
us.
firepower, we can grab some equipment the Tal Shiar were using.
We'll do that.
You have received a kit appropriate to your profession. press the menu button and open your inventory under the ship and crew heading. Select the kit in your inventory to equip it. Press the R3 button to crouch. New abilities that you can perform ground combat against ranged attacks, but increases damage from melee attacks.
Brother! I won't let them get away with this!
You can revive fallen bridge officers with resuscitation. If you're defeated, you can call for help. Any active bridge officer will rush to revive you.
A more guy. We're gonna blow that thing apart, right? That was for my brother.
We need to get everyone back to the ship. There are enemy vessels. We need to get everyone back to the ship. There are enemy vessels inbound, and the ship is trapped in a tractor beam. Rescuing these colonists won't mean a thing if our ship is blown to pieces.
So you've escaped. How interesting. You really do intend to take this as far as you can, don't you? No matter. You cannot run from the rest of the Tal Shiar forces in the Gasco system. My only regret is that I won't be there to deal with you myself.
You're next after this.
Getting out of here may be tougher than I thought with that tractor.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
And I thought the rumors of you defeating the Tal Shiar were just that. Never been so happy.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Battleship inbound!
Titan's rebellion is doomed.
Is it?
Do you think you can actually win?
Not in a frontal assault. From behind, on the other hand.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Thing about battleships, they're not very maneuverable.
4 shields failing.
That'll show those Tal.
Let's pick up that loot first. There we go.
That'll show those Tal Shiar what happens when they cross us. If I see that Hakiv again, I'll make sure he loses more than an eye. I can't thank you enough for the help back there. I don't have much left now that Laius is gone. I'm good with a weapon, and I know my way around the ship. I'd be honored to stay aboard and help you fight the Tal Shiar.
Welcome aboard.
We had to expect this eventually. The Tal Shiar are actively moving to stop us from gaining more followers, and even Hakiv is involved. The bad news is that we lost Gasco Station. The good news is that the Tal Shiar is taking our movement seriously. That means we're gaining momentum. I'm going to talk to Titan. I think it's time to take real steps toward freedom.
Awesome.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
The search for new
Thanks to
Romulus.
additional information from the colonists from Gasco and Helix, we've managed to identify several possible systems that could have planets for our colonization efforts. We'll need you to scan these systems, see if there is a suitable planet, and then explore said planet to confirm your findings. You're looking for what will be the future homeworld for the Romulans. We've also been told by Federation and Klingon officials that talks of an alliance could begin if we identify a suitable planet to colonize. Datan and I will be speaking with those officials while you're exploring. This could be the next big step in our fight for independence. Greetings.
Hold A
I
to
have
bring
new
up your
orders
Captain
for you.
Commands menu, select Primary Mission, and then select Travel to automatically fly to your destination.
That's more powerful. And that is more powerful. Plus increases shield power. Protection of cloaked ships. Not really using beams at the moment, so I'll hold on to that training manual for later. Still no transwarp, although I think I've only got one level left to go. Lorndon Core. Trevor, if you're watching, can you call my sister and let her know that I'm streaming?
Initiating scan. Now. Preliminary reports are turning up negative, Captain. We could perform a more in-depth scan, but that could take nearly a week. Launching a satellite would allow us to monitor the area and move forward. Your orders?
Launch the satellite. Let's continue forward. All right. Roughly half an hour, give or take.
We can't get a clear reading from the planet that Tamir specified. Our best option will be to drop out of warp and investigate the area. Are you ready?
Yes, drop us into a standard orbit.
Nausicaan ships, dead ahead. They were jamming our sensors. That's why we couldn't get a clear reading on this area. It's an ambush. They're hailing us. Probably to gloat. Pirates like these only care about scrapping the ship for parts and selling any survivors to the Orions. Should I open the channel?
Open the channel.
Romulans! Wonderful! It's been so long since I've had a chance to kill some of you green-blooded sneaks. Now show some garamba and fight like you mean it! You'll still die, but my crew could use the sport.
Kev, go to red alert.
Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 75%.
There's nothing better than killing Romulans.
Funny, right now I feel the same way about Nausicaans.
Heads up, more Nausicans on the way.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shields have failed.
You'll get a good price for your ship, even if it's in peace.
If it's not Tal Shiar, it's the Nausicans. What's next? Iconians?
An ironic
We were able to
statement.
get a few scans of the planet during combat. It's no good. The wildlife is too hostile and the natural resources too few. That leaves us with one last system, the Dewa system. Dewa 3 shows some promise. We can leave orbit whenever you're ready.
Leave the system. Respawn point. In sector space? Weird. The Dewa system. Scan Dewa 3 system.
We have confirmation of a suitable planet! I'm patching us through to Tamir now. He'll want an update on the situation. I'll connect you as soon as you're ready.
Open a channel.
Excellent work. You should head to Dewa 3 and set up some orbital probes, and then beam down and investigate the surface. I'll set a course to the Dewa system and keep an eye out for any more Nausicaans. Dewa 3 is one of our last chances to find a habitable planet in this region. Good luck.
Understood. Kev, set a course.
Dewa 3. This could be the new Romulan homeworld. The radiation levels of this planet made it uninhabitable, but long-range surveys have detected drops in the toxicity over the past few years. Our orders are to deploy sensory probes to scan the planet, and, if they return positive, beam down for a closer look.
Understood.
Press left to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective.
A real warrior never lets his prey
Warning,
escape.
ship is under attack. 4 shields failing.
Really? You tracked us all the way to a new system?
Target shields have failed.
Siphon drone, huh?
Target shields have failed.
Go back to whatever hole you crawled out of.
All right.
Nausicaans. I hope that's the last we've seen of them. The reports from the probes confirm that radiation levels have lowered on the planet. An away team without protective gear should be safe. There don't seem to be any civilizations down there either, but we'll have to beam down to explore the area further. Are you ready to transport? There are several teams that will beam down to other parts of the planet while we explore.
Beam down.
Wow. Look at this place. It's beautiful. Our orders from Tamir are to analyze the local wildlife, flora, and minerals, as well as any bit of radiation.
Let's move.
Press left to scan the area. Your tricorder will point you toward your nearest objective. Scanning the radiation will cause the wave scanner minigame to appear. To play the minigame, use the left stick to line up the red waves with the blue waves in the background. Hold Y to holster and draw your weapon.
Oh, let's run right past it.
This plant displays remarkable similarity to the plants once found on Romulus.
Notice their eyes. Anyone who has not played this game or hasn't played this game far enough to understand its significance is probably confused by that comment, but anyone who has played this game far enough may notice 3 pairs of eyes. Almost seems like another type of life form that comes up in the show or game. Something? Ah, right here.
Fascinating. The water is barely tainted by the planet's radiation. Creatures are fascinating. They seem to absorb radiation around them. The high amount of lead in these rocks could be a reason for the lowered radiation levels.
This is Mare. I've arrived at the outer rim of that planet. I'll be keeping watching any TLCR or Gnostic signals. How is the initial search going down there?
This planet is amazing. We can't believe what we're seeing.
That is excellent news. We may just have our new home. I'll continue doing what I can from up here. Take your time down there and make sure nothing is overlooked. We can't have any doubt in declaring this our new home world.
Understood.
I'm detecting ancient and dilapidated structures nearby.
An Epo! How come it didn't let me observe it? Must be too soon, I guess. Oh, that's where it gets mixed up because the hill is in the way and there's like an invisible wall at the top. But it's still technically closer. Ah, here's an Epo. And as I observe, a bunch more come over. Cute little critters. Smart wildlife on this planet. Once they realize they can't beat you, they just leave.
This fern seems to be resistant to the ambient radiation on this planet. It could be useful in treating radiation sickness. Still pointing me that way, but the next radiation sample, if I remember correctly. We should investigate that old bridge nearby when we're done with our scans.
Observe ancient bridge.
What's that? Tholians. What are they doing here? Tholians. Just what we needed. Tholians. Difference between a Romulan and a Reman. The ship isn't detecting any more Tholian ships in orbit, but with our luck, that'll change. We should see what those Tholians are after. This is going to be our planet. They can't take it from us.
Right, let's go. Well, something has them spooked. The metallic substance is what we want, the sign of the lost civilization. Trespassers, you will die before taking what is ours.
You can do extra damage to enemies by flanking them. Try attacking your enemies on their sides or behind them.
Oh, whoops.
The Tholians seemed interested in those rocks back there. Should we check it out?
Absolutely.
Watch out! More Tholians inbound.
More on the way, sir. Why are they so interested in this site?
No idea. We'll find out once we have a second. One more group inbound. It looks like they're sending one of their commanders.
Whatever is buried in those rocks, let's see what's beneath them.
Right after I check this out.
This is old. Really old. I will need to have it analyzed to be sure, but this might be from when the Iconians ruled this space more than 200,000 years ago. We need to study this planet much more carefully. Who knows what else from the Iconians we might find?
There appears to be a sword fossilized in this accretion layer. Trying to scan it now. Wait, this is incredible! There's definitely a blade here, and its composition and size match those of Vulcan blades from about 1900 years ago. There are only a few examples of those weapons left. Most of them were destroyed during the time of Awakening.
Let's open a channel to Tamara and to tell him about our findings, and the Tholians.
Greetings. What have you found? Interesting. The sword could prove to be something unbelievable. Maybe even something made by Saharian. I'm concerned about the Tholians, and I'm beginning a full scan for any of their ships in orbit.
Who is Saharian?
Saharian was the greatest Vulcan weaponsmith who ever lived. He loved war and created marvelous swords for the greatest warriors. After talking to Surak, however, he renounced all violence and never made another blade. 3 of his swords were taken by our people when they left Vulcan. 2 were lost during the journey, and the 3rd, as far as we know, it was lost with the homeworld. But if there's a sword from Saharian's era here, and other signs of habitation, this could be the Sword of the Raptor Star, one of the missing swords. There was an expedition out in this region looking for it a few decades ago, but as far as I know, they never found anything. Maybe we've succeeded where they failed.
Do you really think this could be the Sword of the Raptor Star?
Anything is possible, but it will take a very long time to confirm if this is true or not. This could simply just be an old sword from a past civilization that lived here and nothing more. Regardless, I would prefer to hold out hope that this is somehow tied to us. Perhaps it is my pride simply getting in the way.
Understood. Should we contact Atan about this?
Yes, we should. Hold on! We're under attack. It's the Tholians. Go to Red Alert. All hands prepare for battle.
Tamir, how many are there?
Tamir has closed the channel, sir. I'll have the geode and blade transported to the science lab on board the ship. We should return as soon as possible. Tamir will need our help.
Beam to ship. Actually, he didn't say that out loud. That's just an action, so I don't know why I read that one out loud.
We managed to take out a few Tholian ships, but now we're trapped within one of their webs. There are more Tholians on the way. You've got to take out the nearby Tholians to get us out of here.
Understood. The RRW Vedalus is on... Vedalus? Whatever. We'll handle it.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Thank you. We don't have time to relax, however. I'm picking up a large Tholian ship leaving warp. Get ready. The Tholians have some of the most advanced technology in the quadrant, and they never back down. We'll need to work together to survive.
We're ready, Tamir.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
There we go.
Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Target's shields have failed.
Excellent work. Hopefully the Tholians will stay away. What did you find? Is it possible for us to colonize the planet?
And you're finding...
By the elements, a habitable planet and one of Saharian's lost blades? That could only mean that this planet must be one of the worlds our ancestors visited after the Sundering. I knew that their path could have taken them in this area, but I never... I'll have to speak to Mimic. She's always had an interest in our history. You should get to the flotilla and speak to Datan. He'll want to know everything you've found.
Absolutely. Let's go. On the way. Might as well take care of their uniforms while I'm here. I'm a little past the 3-hour mark, so once I'm done here, I'm going to close up the stream. Well, have a chat with Datan first. Let's see now. She is a science officer. Too bad Trevor doesn't have the excuse me, doesn't have the Remans unlocked on this account. Otherwise, I'd have some additional options for her. Oh, actually that is the correct color. She's an engineer. And he is also a science officer. Which surprised me. I thought he was a... the first time I played through, I just assumed he was a technical officer, but apparently not. I think the reason it surprised me is because of the fact that with both the Klingon Defense Force and the Federation, it's always 1 science, 1 engineering, and 2 tactical to start off, and for some reason with the Romulans, it was different.
Jolan True, you found something incredible. This will be the new home of the Romulan Republic. It will be Mol Rihan, New Romulus, and we will create a new way of life there. This is exactly what we needed to begin talks with the Klingons and the Federation at Khitomer. Unless you have any more questions, I would report to Tamer. I have many preparations to make.
Can you confirm the identity of the sword we found?
We don't know yet, but we do know it is as old as the Sundering and uses materials like those of the Vulcan Swordmasters, so that narrows it down a bit. The Sundering tore our people apart, but it also unified the Romulans under a common cause, the preservation of our emotions and our freedom. If this is truly the sword of the Raptor Star, it could help to once again unify the Romulans under the cause of preserving the freedoms we hold dear.
How does this all change things with the Federation and Klingons?
We will need allies to help with the colonization. it's likely that the Federation will be willing to help with this. We also cannot settle on New Romulus without the goodwill of the Klingons, given how close we are to their space. If they would be willing to lend us a small portion of their military might, we would be safer from the Tal Shiar. After that, if Empress Sela continues her attacks, she will be doing it against a new civilization, not a band of rebels. That will make all the difference.
Understood. We'll go talk to Tamir. So I will finish up this.
Good work. I knew you...
Nope, I'm going to come talk to you personally. If it lets me. It was an interesting outfit. Bit old-fashioned, but whatever. There's Tamir.
Good work. I knew you were the right person for this job. It will take us a long time to analyze the sword you found. We have to be very careful with something like this. But even the possibility of finding the sword of the Raptor Star has given everyone on the flotilla hope for the future. Your role isn't done yet, however. Datan and I both want you to be with us for our next task. Meeting with the Federation, Klingons, and Empress Sela on Khitomer to talk about peace and the colonization of New Romulus.
Well, I don't use the cannons because they have too narrow a field. So, I guess it'll be the...
Greetings.
Congratulations, Centurion.
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and earned the respect of your fellow officers. Return to New Romulus. I would like to formally recognize your contributions to the Republic.
Thank you, Admiral. I'll return to New Romulus shortly. In the
Greetings.
meantime, I'll get this
I have
lined
new
up.
orders for you. We've made a breakthrough. We can't lay claim to Dewa 3 and make it our new home without allies. The planet is close to Klingon space, although they've never formally claimed it. If we could get their support, or that of the Federation, we would be able to break away from the Romulan Star Empire without worrying what the Tal Shiar will do. Datan has been working for weeks to get the Klingons and the Federation to agree to talks. Now representatives from both factions will be at Khitomer to hear our proposal, and so will the Empress. I want you there as well. I think we'll need someone like you on our side. It won't be easy, but this is our best chance to create a new life and a new home.
And this mission can only be completed as a single player.
Greetings. I have new orders for you.
It'll have to wait until after I do another stream with this character. And just like before, when I finish the stream with the Klingon character, I'm basically planning my next one to be a Federation character so that I will have all three factions covered. I don't know why I jumped instead of holding A. Anyway, I will have to I'm going to make my next stream a Federation character so that we'll have all three factions covered under the Delta Recruit option while it's still available, so I don't have to wait a year before adding one to this account with the Federation flag. That said, other than that, there's really not a whole lot yet to do at this point. I probably should have gone in and grabbed that ship while I was there, but that can wait until the next time I'm on this character. Let's just have a quick glance here. Lots to do next time I log in with regards to equipping new weapons, etc. But in the meantime, I'm just going to grab these really quickly. And while I'm doing so, I do want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in today. We really appreciate your support, and we hope that you will tune in next time when we again come back with another Delta Recruit. Again, this next time on the under the Federation flag. Cannons. I don't use beams yet. And of course, then
you can train your bridge op. Then select. Once learned,
train them, but I want to activate it. So, until next time, when we have a look at what it's like to start off with a Federation Delta Recruit, this is Shawn of Tron Media, signing off.